Hello everyone. I thought I'd make a video and breaking down what it actually looks like or just unboxing Zinzino. So I decided to go with the balance oil. As you can see, I'm quite excited and I'm going to struggle opening a box for some reason. However, I don't really know why. It's maybe just a first test potentially, which I struggled at, which is not very good. But anyways, I thought I'd make a quick unboxing video just to kind of show you exactly what you might get when you order from Zinzino, especially the balance oil, which is like which is our bread and butter. It shows you exactly what you're missing, what you might need, and the balance oil aims to do that for you. You get in the kit. So you can see that that's the first thing I got. I got 2 boxes because I am a partner, and we've partnered obviously Evolve. As you can see, the top I'm wearing Evolve merch. But the 2 boxes there I got was one of them was a partner kit, and the other, which is what you're seeing right now, is what you'd get. So when you order your balance test, you get a balance test. You get 4 bottles, 2 big ones, 2 small ones, which I will show in a second. But no. So this is what the balance test looks like, and you can enjoy my reflection in the box there. Norwegian innovation, as always. I'm just going to show you a little bit here as well. It's quite a big bottle, to be honest with you, so it's going to last me for a good chunk of time. And as you can see there, again, I like to call them stats, but I know they're nutritional values, but 6,000, almost 700 milligrams of cod liver oil. And again, if you went to Tesco or something like that, you're looking at maybe 1,000 to 2,000 maybe. So it's it's really, really strong stuff, and there's a lot of science goes behind it, and the way it's extracted, it couldn't be more natural. Whereas, Tesco, God knows where that's came from. So this is the kind of bread and butter, Zinzino Balance Test. So it's quite a cool box, I can't lie. But when you go ahead and open it, and hopefully don't struggle as much as I do opening the packages for some reason, I don't know why. Yeah, once we go ahead and open it up here, you'll see exactly what it is that kind of pops up inside, and you'll be surprised at how much stuff's actually in this little box here. It's kind of surprised me. But yeah. So once again, we'll slide it open.
Whoa!
So you get this fabulous little booklet here, which is basically just your instructions of, how the test should go, how it should work, and stuff like that. And don't worry, there's pictures. I know this little booklet here has a lot of words, so I was not a big fan of that. I did not read the booklet. I only used, I saw the visual instructions and was like, yes. But yeah, so this is the little kind of needles you get there, and this is going to be your card. Now, I accidentally showed my code there. However, if you see it and you find it and you type it in and you see my results, I do not mind. I am going to do another video very soon, going over my results and what I'm kind of planning to do going ahead, because it kind of shocked me, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, this is where you're going to drop your blood and to collect all that stuff. This is just a cool little pocket to put it back in once you're finished. I don't know why I'm fiddling around with it so much, but here we are. This is just going to go over the little biohazard bag, which you put it in once you're done. And then you're going to get a little letter in there as well. Unfortunately, there isn't a stamp, so later on you'll see in the video there's a bit of a junk cut that I had to go get a stamp because I didn't have any. But regardless, this is what happens when you open up. Those are the pictures I was on about. So thank God for them. Again, don't know why I decided to try and show the code and then not show it later, but here we are. Again, struggling to rip a piece of paper. It's not a good look. Now, here is me just opening the kind of needle test kit. Now, I will be showing, with a bit of a trigger warning, I will be showing the blood test being done. However, you might see a tiniest little bit of blood. However, I cut quite quickly. It's literally just to show how it actually is done and how it should look. And it's just a bit of like just to make sure you're doing it right, because I know when I first did it I was a little bit confused, but maybe I'm just a bit more of a numpty than most. So I thought I'd just leave it in a little bit. Big trigger warning, don't worry, and I'm going to tell you before that happens as well, so again, don't worry. But yeah, once you kind of unload the entire kit, this is everything you get inside of it. So there's quite a lot in this small little box. This is me just now prepping to do the kind of blood test here. You see how excited I am, laughing and giggling. I accidentally hit the roof as well, but we're all good. So you basically just swing your arm around, you can imagine, just to get the blood kind of flowing in your fingers, and it's probably really is helpful for me having low blood pressure because, you know, gets the kind of blood flowing, I guess. And I hope you enjoy this POV shot of me washing my hands, as that guy once said. So yeah, there's a little POV me shot of me washing my hands, and you'll see my cheeky face in just a second. Yeah, I'm maybe not the best filmographer, but we'll get there. Maybe one day, but definitely not today. So as you can see here, this is me now doing the kind of actual blood test. So big trigger warning right now. Give it 20 seconds. But basically, if those are still here, you basically just put this on your finger, press down, little click, there you go. And all I do is just squeeze it on that piece of paper. Now I've cut that out. I hope there was no blood there. I don't think there any was, so we're all good. However, just in case you want to see it. This is now me taking the actual supplement itself, the Zinzino Balance Oil. Now, I'm a bit of a big boy, so I'm about 100 kilos, well, 95 at the time of recording. So I just rounded up. Again, bit of an umpty. And also, I wasn't meant to take it in a cup either. There was a little plastic specific cup you get with it, which I didn't use. But I thought, you know what, no. We're going to use a cool Christmas mug, because why not? But yeah. You basically take 0.15 mils per kilo of body weight. I rounded up, so I did 15 milliliters, which is that in that cup. And Google told me it's 3 teaspoons, so here we are. And here's me a way to show my initial reaction to what it tastes like. That fresh orange mint down the hatch. I know it looks like I ran away here to go spit it out, but I promise you that was not the case. All I did was basically just fill the cup up with water. Me being an umpty as usual, realized it's oil, it's not going to combine, so it was a bit of a strange watered down oily mixture, but it went down quite nicely. As you can see there, the mint hit the back of my throat. I was like, whoa. But it's actually pretty nice stuff, to be honest with you. This is me now just 4 hours later, getting a stamp and putting it on first class. Of course, bougie first class, why not? And that is red pen, by the way, or red felt. There was a bit of red paint basically on the table we painted last night. But yeah, and that's me just putting in a letterbox.